Assiniboia Downs is proud to present our featured field here in race number 6. It's the 25th running of the Jack Hardy Stakes for 3-year-old fillies. They're going to go 7 furlongs for $27,500. Number 1 is West Princess, owned by Marvin Buffalo and Larry Falloon, trained by Marvin Buffalo with Antonio Whitehall. Number 2 is Bonjour, owned by Windancer Stable and Bill Michael, trained by Tom Gardaby Jr. with Tim Moccasin. Number 3 is Blondie Likes to Dance, owned by Arnold Hepner, trained by Jamie Hartman with Stanley Chady Jr. Number 4, that's Dandy Dean, owned by Sierra Stable, trained by Ray Gardapi with Praven Badre. Number 5 is Esther 414, owned by Marilee Miller and Andrew Clark, trained by Stephen Gaskin with Caleb Pizarro. Number 6 is Lady Warrior, owned by Garth Grider and Violetta Adamchuk, trained by Murray Duncan with Tyrone Nelson. Number 7 is True Confession, owned by Terry Props, trained by Charlie Smith with Rohan Singh. Rounding out the field is number 8, Cheer to the New Year, owned and trained by Ardell Saylor, Ronaldo Cumberbatch aboard. Post time for the Jack Hardy Stakes, 6 minutes away.
Got it!
And they're off in the Jack Hardy Stakes. From the inside, Bonjour shows some early speed, but now Esther 414 steps on the gas pedal and right to the lead. Bonjour is equal to the task. Now falls back into second. Lady Warrior on the outside in third with True Confessions. Hugging the rail, that's gonna be West Princess. To her outside, Dandy Dean. Cheer to the New Year. And the early trailer is going to be Blondie Likes to Dance. Esther 414 cuts the opening quarter in 24 and 4. To the outside, True Confessions. Running easy in second. To the outside in third. Trying to make up ground. That's Lady Warrior. Then sitting in the next wave, you got Dandy Dean and West Princess. The early trailer still is Blondie Likes to Dance. The half 48 and 3. They hit the head of the lane, and Esther 414 is trying to pull the upset. True Confessions on the outside. A 16th of a mile to go. Esther 414 is going to try and hang on, and looks like she pulled the upset in the Jack Hardy Stakes. Now entering the winner's enclosure is the official winner of the 25th running of the Jack Hardy Stakes. That's number 5, Esther 414. Esther 414 is a dark bay or brown filly, 3 years old, by Minister's Wildcat. Out of the mare, Timothy 47s, by Street Boss. Owned by Marilee Miller and Andrew Clark. Trained by Stephen Gaskin. And ridden to victory by Caleb Pizarro. Time for the 7 furlongs, 128 and 1. Assiniboia Downs is pleased to have on hand Chief Executive Officer Darren Dunn to make a presentation to the winning connections. Also, congratulations goes out to jockey Caleb Pizarro, who scores the double back-to-back win to the winner's enclosure. ASD Paticos Rob McLennan has the winning connections of the Jack Hardy Stakes. Rob, take it away.
Thanks, Kurt. Down here with the winning connections of the 25th running of the Jack Hardy Stakes. Caleb Pizarro, Stephen Gaskin, Marley Miller, and Andrew Clark with Esther 414 set a rapid early pace and held on here. A tremendously timed ride by Caleb Pizarro here. Talk a little bit about your trip.
No, I just try to control her as best as I can, try to slow her down the best that I can, and at the 2 furlong pull, I just chirped at her and just let her go.
Yeah, you definitely tried to hold as much as you can for late. Looking at her form, it looked like she had wanted to back out of there, but getting a nice clear lead. To talk about a little bit when it was like, oh, I might be able to keep going here. When did it kind of click in?
I would say at the half, like I still had a bunch of horse, and I was like, oh wow, like we might go all the way.
It works out sometimes that way as Esther 414 cruises here. Anything else to add, Kayla?
I'd just like to thank Steve Gaskin and the owners for giving me a shot. Like, I really appreciate it. So just thank you.
Congratulations there, Kayla, and we can move on here to Steve as he'll step in and talk about this filly. First time you've run her, a private purchase since her last race. Talk a little bit about this filly.
First, I wanted to say congrats to Andrew and Mary Lee. When we bought this filly, she had some bar form in the last start. So I started galloping her, taking a little longer, and I realized that we had to change some gear on her. And it kind of worked out fine tonight.
Yeah, it certainly did. We definitely had to get those blinkers off, and she relaxed a little bit, and really a beautifully timed ride, just hanging on. A little bit of thought of what you were thinking as the race was running.
Well, I was thinking if we get 49 to the half, that we might be able to sprint a little bit home. But I was a little nervous at the end when I saw number 7 coming. So.
Yeah, no, you definitely had a nail-biting finish. Congratulations, Steve. A wonderful job to turn this filly around, and I'm sure we'll be onwards and upwards taking a look at the Oaks here August the 3rd.
That might be any plans. Thank you.
There we go, Steve. Congratulations. We'll move on to Andrew here. Talk a little bit about this filly you've owned for less than a month. What kind of drew you to her?
Well, I guess she had some issues and couldn't run, and Steve talked with the other owners, and we made an offer, and he worked on her, and his barn worked on her, and they deserve a lot of credit. And it was a great ride. He's done so many things right. He's tremendous. I would recommend him highly as a trainer, but he's very straightforward and very honest, and that's really important. And so we're just very fortunate.
Certainly a very fortunate winner here with Esther 414. Talk a little bit about what you were thinking and feeling as they were turning for home.
Well, she had a decent start on the 7, who's a very classy horse. There's some very nice horses in here. I want to congratulate Charlie Smith. I also want to congratulate Larry Falloon with his 1 horse, and I want to give him credit because if it wasn't for Larry, we wouldn't be in the racing game here in Manitoba. And he's a big part of the breeding and the racing here. Anybody wants a nice yearling, they should go to the sale in August, and that's a free ad, but it's a plug for Larry and also compliment to what he contributes to the game. We were just fortunate, and we're very happy.
Definitely a very happy group here in the 25th running of the Jack Hardy Stakes. Esther 414, gate to wire. Congratulations to all. Back up to you, Kurt.